Hello and welcome. Let me ask you a simple question. If your body were trying to whisper a warning, would you hear it? Every year, millions of older adults suffer strokes, and sadly, many of them could have been prevented if only someone had recognized the early signs. Strokes often seem sudden, but in truth, our bodies often give us gentle alerts, small changes that quietly say, something isn't right. The trouble is, most people ignore them, or worse, mistake them for something minor. So today, we're going to explore 7 early warning signs of stroke that many people overlook, and how to respond before it's too late. Because knowing these signs might not just protect your health, it could save your life. 1. Sudden numbness or weakness. One of the most common early signs of stroke is sudden numbness or weakness, especially on one side of the body. You may feel it in your face, arm, or leg. It can come and go. You might suddenly find it hard to hold a cup, lift your arm, or feel your foot properly. Many people think, maybe I just slept wrong. But if it's sudden and on one side, don't ignore it. Even if it only lasts a few minutes, it could be a transient ischemic attack TIA, a mini stroke that warns of a full stroke coming soon. To slurred or confused speech, have you ever tried to speak and suddenly your words feel jumbled? Or you understand what you want to say, but the words come out wrong or slow? This is a red flag. A stroke can affect the brain's language centers, causing slurred, slow, or confused speech. Even mild changes, like difficulty finding the right words, can signal a serious issue. If someone suddenly sounds confused or mumbles their words, don't chalk it up to being tired. Call for help immediately. 3. Blurred or lost vision in one eye. Another early sign that people often miss is sudden vision changes, especially in just one eye. You might feel like part of your vision has gone dark, or that things are blurred or double. Sometimes it feels like a curtain has come down over part of your sight. This can last seconds or minutes, and many people blame it on aging or tiredness. But it could be a warning that blood flow to your brain is being blocked. For sudden dizziness or loss of balance, have you ever stood up and suddenly felt lightheaded, dizzy, or as if the room is spinning? A stroke can affect the part of the brain that controls balance and coordination. You may feel unsteady, stagger when you walk, or even fall for no clear reason. This symptom is especially dangerous for older adults because falls and strokes together can be life-threatening. If it comes on suddenly, don't assume it's dehydration or low blood sugar. It could be something much more serious. 5. Sudden confusion or trouble understanding. Some people having a stroke don't have physical symptoms, but they suddenly feel mentally lost. They might not recognize people they know, get easily confused, or struggle to follow a conversation. If a loved one suddenly seems off, like they're not fully present, not understanding simple questions, or seem dazed, it could be their brain struggling from reduced blood flow. Never ignore changes in mental clarity, especially if they happen out of the blue. 6. Sudden trouble walking or coordinating. You may feel fine, but your legs don't move the way they should. Maybe you can't walk in a straight line, or you start dragging one foot. You might bump into things or drop objects without realizing. This kind of loss of motor control can be subtle and mistaken for fatigue or clumsiness. But if it's sudden and unusual, don't brush it off. It may be a sign that the stroke is affecting your movement center. 7. A sudden, severe headache. Not all strokes cause pain, but some start with a sudden, thunderclap headache. It may feel like the worst headache of your life, and it comes out of nowhere. This is often a sign of a hemorrhagic stroke, where a blood vessel in the brain has burst. If a loved one suddenly clutches their head and says this hurts like nothing else, take it seriously. Call emergency services immediately. What to do if you notice these signs? The best tool we have is the FAST test. F. Face. Ask the person to smile. Is one side drooping? O. Arms. Ask them to raise both arms. Is one weaker? S. Speech. Ask them to say a simple sentence. Is it slurred or strange? T. Time. If you see any of these signs, time is critical. Call emergency help immediately. Even if symptoms disappear after a few minutes, it could be a mini stroke and a major warning. If you're over 60, your body may not bounce back like it used to. That's why early action is everything. A few minutes can mean the difference between full recovery and lifelong disability, or worse. So please, don't ignore the small signs. Don't wait until it's too late. Share this video with someone you love, because the more people understand stroke, the more lives can be saved. Stay safe, stay informed, and always listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Until next time, take care.